Tashi delay. Hello, everyone. It's a very nice day here, sunny and warm. The subject of the teaching. People coming in. The subject of the teaching and practice is Medicine Buddha. I would like to say hello, everyone. Good afternoon in Canada, and good morning in Australia. Good afternoon in the States, and everywhere else. Thanks for coming to the teachings of Medicine Buddha. So the subject of the teaching and practice today is Medicine Buddha, healing practice. So first, I will chant the mantra of Medicine Buddha for a while people are still coming. And then I will give the long transmission of the mantra of Medicine Buddha. Om Bekhanze Bekhanze Maha Bekhanze Bekhanze Ranza Samangate Soha. Om Bekhanze Bekhanze Maha Bekhanze Bekhanze Ranza Samungate Soha. Om Bekhanze Bekhanze Maha Bekhanze Bekhanze Ranza Samungate Soha. Om Bekhanze Bekhanze Maha Bekhanze Bekhanze Ranza Samungate Soha. Om Bekhanze Bekhanze Maha Bekhanze Bekhanze Ranza Samungate Soha. Om Bekhanze Bekhanze Maha Bekhanze Bekhanze Ranza Samungate Soha. Om Bekhanze Bekhanze Maha Bekhanze Bekhanze Ranza Samungate Soha. Om Bekhanze Bekhanze Maha Bekhanze Bekhanze Ranza Samungate Soha. Om Bekhanze Bekhanze Maha Bekhanze Bekhanze Ranza Samungate Soha. Om Bekhanze Bekhanze Maha Bekhanze Bekhanze Ranza Samungate Soha. Om Soha. Om Bekhanze Bekhanze Maha Bekhanze Bekhanze Ranza Samungate Soha. Om Bekhanze Bekhanze Maha Bekhanze Bekhanze Ranza Samungate Soha. Om Bekhanze Bekhanze Maha Bekhanze Bekhanze Ranza Samungate Soha. Da Puri number language so that in the Sanji Mele Rengamzo Kasu Bomde Chadang Dangha Dang Danichi to see Mikbachela Chadang Diniji Shui Mene Sanji Mela Choga Jedu Kari Nandigre Perin Didu Chiktonema Shuayi out the number Langela and then they pay Shilago to Che. So We are very fortunate because we have opportunity to practice Dharma. In this life, generally speaking, we obtain precious human rebirth. We have obtained 8 freedoms and 10 endowments, and we are very fortunate. So, thank you, Milu. Top Tawaje, Yoju. Top the church, Coco, Yoa in Shiragi, Kawasambore, and then Lago the Tari, Sanji Melagi, from the Chiagi and to Coco Choma de Shiragi, Kawasambores, and then some would do Otushui. So, I feel that we are very fortunate that we have the opportunity to do a medicine Buddha practice, a healing practice for ourselves and for everyone on this earth. At the moment, people are suffering. Lots of people got sickness, this virus, and lots of people are dying. And lots of people have so much stress, anxiety, and fear. It is devastating, very, very sad thing. And I share my feelings and I send my support to everyone. So we pray to Medicine Buddha. This is the best thing I can offer at this very moment. And so I will now talk about why we do Medicine Buddha practice. So that is Sanjay Mela Gomdi Chiagi Karso, that Junse Shurwa, my Shita Shubai, Mangaran Tori, can go to change Mare, when I did Chukti, the Loju Tony, Ma Otushimi, Shui. So I like to say a little bit about, according to the history of Medicine Buddha. And I will read the translation of the sutra here a little bit. Thus have I heard, once Buddha Shakyamuni, the world-honored one, was traveling throughout the various lands to teach and convert the people. So convert people, I think this translation is not correct. Because in Buddhism, we don't convert people. We invite people for teachings and practice. Anyway, this person who translated did the best he could, and did a good job. When he arrived in Vaisali, he rested under the tree of music, accompanied 8,000 great bhikkhus and immeasurable great assembly, including 36,000 great bodhisattvas, as well as kings, great ministers, Brahmins, laymen, and women, 8 types of divinities and other humans, human and non-human beings, gathered respectfully around the Buddha as he preached or he taught the Dharma. So the Buddha spent many years. Buddha gave teachings for 46 years. That is unimaginable, right? Because Buddha got enlightened when he turned age of 37 and in under the Bodhi tree. Then he traveled to Varanasi, Sarnath, Rishipatana. You Varanasi, Madanganzu Bogela, some to the kill Varanasi, Anzu Bogela, Varanasi. So there he first gave the first sermon, great teaching on Four Noble Truths for the 5 ascetics. I will say a few words in Tibetan. So Buddha got enlightened when he was 36. Sanji Jamdene, Golusum Subding Tolatine, and Wombers of Sanje, Ganda Chanju Shingdong Bola, and Sagada, Chiba Jongal, Sanje, Dojid in the Rada, Dojid in the Pavara, Nasilep, Sarnat, Rishipatnas, Tangsung Hoa. you were in the Latin, Kongadi Sambala, and then by Chungo Kong race or Chungo Konare. So he gave the four teachings in the Four Noble Truth. This is the first great teaching. Very first subject is suffering. Second subject is cause of suffering. Third Noble Truth is cessation of suffering. The fourth one is path to cessation of suffering. So now we understand why the Buddha gave teachings on the Four Noble Truth. And the first Noble Truth is suffering. So Demba Shi Songorwa, then Garsa Dunga Demba, Kunjun Demba, Goden Lamnes, Dini, Dunga Demba, Dini, Kunjun Demba, Dini, Lamji Demba, Dini, Gobe Demba, Otus, Dunga Demba Songorwa. Dunga Demba Songo Junjin Karisanta, Anjahago to Sangan Nabilta, Dunga said machine you human it, and that Namjin you were Dunga Chaban the Dunga, Dunga the Dunga, Jew Dunga, you were Dunga Nojin Yomer, Koa similar the opposite in your minds. So suffering is always there, not just now. We always have suffering. We have saying in Tibetan, Korva Kapjitamala means samsara is like you are playing with the tip of the needles or tip of some sharp weapons. And if you're playing with the tip of sharp weapons or needles, you're bound to hurt yourself. Okay, that's why we don't want children touch needles or weapons, right? And kowa comes similar. Dewa puts them yomai. Why? And therefore, samsara, there is no happiness, and there's no happiness, even size of single hair from your head or from your goatee. Okay, there are pusam yomais. So some people argue, that's nonsense. We have lots of happiness. I'm happy most of the time, and my children are happy. And what are they talking about? In samsara, there's no happiness. Well, that's a good argument, right? And I used to argue that too. I used to think about that. And so what it really means is we're not saying there's no happiness in samsara. There is a happiness, but that's just relative, right? What it means, there is no true happiness. There is no long-lasting happiness. Soon, things are changed, you see. And the worldly happiness is like drinking salty water. The more you drink salty water, you get more thirsty. Yeah, dan kowa kapsi tamo la deopo yumas chenje marwa. Dan kowa le saying the kapsi tamo zentini la bala suya la ma yungruwa. But in the deopo some yumas ngo ke tai pu dan kabu yo tindi samji dewa yo marisung. That dewa me so ate judan dewa me se ate marwa. Dewa de yo yorwa yo te ina tend dewa. And namji segor tend dewa topper shows. Tashi dele pusuto tend dewa topper shows other. But then the dewa yo mares. Kaya saram kowa singe chuni de kandisina kowa digi tene dewa kariyo na lugi dewa singe dewa kariyo ti pejo dana pejo manu dana ene chachu tonga na jires cha mambo yungi chuchi tonga ka kamuro kamuro ka kongrewa ka komra ka kamare kom tanga page jeru jiyo chija lumba le lomo muchimro ka kongoro o tindi reso chachu tonga ka kongro ma ka komsoya yomoro o tindi koe de o tindi. So if you're drinking salty water, you get more thirsty. It's kind of like drinking Coca-Cola. You get more thirsty. Yeah. So so this is how it is, samsara. Yeah. So so that's why Buddha taught Four Noble Truths. First great sermon, and second great sermon, it was Prajnaparamita Sutra. He taught in Rajgir, Magadha Kingdom, Rajgir, a Vulture's Peak Mountain. Buddha taught Prajnaparamita Sutra, Boom, 100,000 verses, Niti, 20,000 verses, and Jetungba, 80,000 verses. The shortest one is Hat Sutra. Choji kola tango de dembaji chogo waranasa sona. Chogo niba de tere karsa o de chago pumburela sanji jamde negi cho sone de soya da zo de tere shechin kera de paro de chimba. Dene anzo beje Kanju no langan bom tamba jayorwa. Bom said Sholokan bom jeshu did. He was the Latin Nitri, Sholokan Nitrichi. He was the Latin Sholoka Kasa Jetumbas, Unga Jes. That do de Sheraji Paradishim Mitini, Kanga Tondakanga, Sang de do de Sherab Nimbore, or to Sanji, and Colin Pavas. He was the test too sorry. Kolosumba de Netanashugi. Then the third great sermon what Buddha taught at a place called Vaisali. Okay, so this is what it says here. When he arrived in Vaisali, they rested under the tree of music. Vaisali said, Yangbajin, yaga dan jang pa do ni kasta patna de wajin pa no ji manang do mani je manyo kujo generation puje nepal sanja meno to aji de yimda some of the ji yangba ji sanskrit ke to la vaishali do hotel tin chujo kolo sumba de sona ta and the sanje mele ndo sunsa de yangba ji song. So Buddha taught there. When Buddha arrived there, there was he said resting. He was resting under the tree called the tree of music. Xing jiga wola the xing ding ming de la gaso the danyingi xings xing korangi te lapa jane loma to dan gaso xing yaga zundu gujo jaga kanani ji danyimbo ji music and the she mari the damyen dang zundu ji ya you can hear. So it's called tree of music because by the power of Buddha, blessing of the Buddha, when the wind is blowing and the branches of the tree moves like this, and then the leaves are blowing or moving, and you hear the sound like a music. Well, nature is always like a music, right? The sound of nature is a music. When you go standing next to the brook, waterfall, and music, birds are singing is music, the best kind of music, right? So anyway, he said there. Then there was more or less instantly bhikkhus, monks, 8,000 great bhikkhus gathered. So that's yeta, tungta je, gelong tungta jenzom. Tegala janju sumbatene, trisum tuktung. 장주 스마르다 장주 스마 숨다 두둥 되네 메다 메마예 하다 라마예 되네 가서다 제보지 요디기 제보지 제보 틀네 롬보지 롬보지 되네 다 잠제 다 되네 망고지 두지 단 좀니 어딜라더니 최소. So there was lots of 8,000 bhikkhus and 36,000 bodhisattvas, lots of king, minister, and Brahmins, lay person, and so on and so forth. 8 types of divinities. So human beings, non-human beings, and Gandharvas, and Asuras, so on and so forth. So many of them gathered. Okay. And at that time, the Bodhisattva Manjushri, prince of the Dharma, receiving the awesome spiritual power of the Buddha, rose from his seat. And so one of the bodhisattva was Manjushri Bodhisattva. Manjushri is the Buddha of wisdom, right? Usually Manjushri is the Buddha of wisdom. And so this is a bodhisattva Manjushri. And he rose up and he was blessed by the Buddha. He got so much inspiration, awesome spiritual power. Dajakito Mashaji took a new Latine, Chanju Sambata, Te Sunda, Dung Yorwa, in the Yozanitini, Chanju Sambata, Namju Chanju Samba Jambe, the Cheres, the Chana, the Saini, Bukunu Samba, Namgini, the Chanju Samba Mombo, Tina, and the Chanju Samba Jambia, Latine, the Jambia, Kasota, Sanji Chinlap, down to the Nivala in Nikorangi, ya Dajato Mashajato, so at the way, so on the way, because Tangazo Pagele Jena Simju, Japan, Sanjila is sort out number. So he got the inspiration, encouragement. He made the request to Buddha. Janju Samanyambe Yangtine, Chosora Nas, sort out, and rose from his seat, adjusted his robe to bear his shoulders, and kneeled on the right knee. He bowed deeply with palms joined, respectfully addressed the Buddha. What happened is then, usually he adjusted his robes, then he put his hands together, and he kneel on his right knee down. We mo ye be langar sala to this, langar bogel tos. Janju sabatin jambi khora ya shang cha sum che na lagwa ni thamu ja. Ni pu mo ye ba ge langar sirota pu mo ye be sala ma chun. Sanji la kushab na. Ni cha thamu jen ta chosora na shiore. So respectfully address the Buddha. World honored one, may I please request you to explain the various names and titles, the great past vows, and the superlative virtues of the Buddhas, so that those who are listening to you will be freed from karmic obstructions, while in the future, sentient beings in the Dharma sublime age will also derive great benefit of joy. So Bodhisattva Manjushri knew that we need a teaching. We need lots of teachings, and we need especially the teaching on healing. So, but because Manjushri is the Buddha of wisdom, he has wisdom. He knows the future, and he knows the future, and the future would be very how should I say grim, and because we are going to face what we call 5 degenerations: degeneration of time, degeneration of age, degeneration of the mind, degeneration of sentient beings, and so on and so forth. That's why he made the request. That Janjusama Jambiyan, that Janjusama Jambiyan's Papa Jambiyan. Then Monshi Yoda, then Mahumba Chingira, then Mahumba Latini, Nimanga, Tunima, Senima, Nimuncho, Nima, Tawa Nima, Simji Nima, what in this in Nimanga, that to do just, to do what you go. Tungi Nima, Simji, Sigora, Namjunga. What in the you are in Janedine, that main go down, then Suboda, send Nasa Mambo, Nerim, Mune, then the Mambo, you are in Zane, and Chingio, and Sanjilata, Chosora Nas, Chatse, to Shoshure. Then this is what addition of Nandi Pagina, various names and the titles. Then Sanji. Neme Debe Sanji, Tade Sanji, what was Sanji to the same Sorona? Tigala, Debe Sanji to the Molam, Karjo Nayunati Soronas. So he requested, he said, please tell us the names of the Buddhas of the past, names of the Buddhas of the present time, who made the vows to teach in this degeneration age, particularly healing, particularly who will teach the healing modalities. Please teach us now, turn the wheel of Dharma. The Buddha praised the Bodhisattva Manjushri, saying, excellent Manjushri. And that's Sanji Gidini, Chinji Marawa, and the Chanjusumal Tobavinari, Charambi Mese, Shiraya would attend Malatine Karsota. Soronas, Churches, Shua, excellent, excellence. Pogela, lexo, sigdoa. Lexo. Ota, Mesia Wuchungs. Out of great compassion, you have urged me to explain the name of titles, merits, virtues, past vows of the Buddha, in order to liberate those who are bound by karmic obstructions, bringing benefit, peace, and joy to all sentient beings. In the Dharma's sublime age, now listen attentively and reflect very carefully upon what I am about to say. So the Buddha said, yes, I will explain to you the names of the titles of the previous Buddhas, their promises and virtues and vows that they made to liberate sentient beings who are bound by the karmic obstructions and bringing benefits, peace, joy, and all sentient beings in Dharma sublime age. And so therefore, now you listen very carefully, pay attention. Okay. So that ne togeto la chishui otusin da cherange dene shuwa chue shuro soro nasi ne shuwa tenya de shirage yabu chung lexos dene inza da nge sanje dene da ngam debe sanje tusuke chenda dene molamda dene karso da molamda wa otusu cherange la da cherange lo ma shegi yin sungi yin dega la ane da maombe semje Jidang Semjian Tamji, then led a new moon be king there your rest, led a new moon king there. Then it in led a new moon be turn she did. She will give up. She did have it in it, tap Senamanuta, Ming Golden, the Necker Sota, Jutabla Sobatini, Gomja Jadan to the Shaggy, the Deans and the channels of Yaguchi near us. Japanese, that listen. So the Buddha talk about karma, karmic obstructions. Okay, so I would like to expand a little bit here about karma. So as people think misunderstood, not everybody, but some young people, new people don't really understand the karma, right? Because in Buddhism we believe that everything is a karma, and we karma, Tibetan word is lay. Tanga bogela lay not so chest, then a simple town the chest, Jota and Yore. What in this loving yin and Jota and Lene, not so then a simple town the chest. So, Vasubandhu, famous great Indian master Vasubandhu, composed Bisamaya Alankara. And his text, he says, Lele not so che. In Tibetan word, which means by the karmic cause, all the world system, whatever happens in the world, good and bad, everything is a result of karma. Le, jikte means le is karma, jikte is world. Natso means everything. Che is born from the karma. Tene simbatangdi che, though. So that lay, the karma is caused by our mind, nobody else. Okay. Our mind creates the karma. Then the result of karma could be good or bad, virtues or non-virtues, whatever. Okay. So I would like to say right now we are going through a big change in the world, and so fast it happened. We can't even believe this is going to happen, like in January, Christmas time. Nobody thought that, right? Well, I don't know. I mean, some people knew, maybe scientists or doctors, who knows? But I didn't know. I had no idea myself. Even in January, I didn't know. And then something happened. Now things so fast, right? Then it's simple. So everything is a karma, you see. And this is the world karma, not just one person's karma. We call it collective karma, you see. Because we are all connected. Everybody connected to each other. And we are connected with the earth. And we come from the earth, Mother Earth, Father Sky, right? We live here on this earth. I don't want to blame anybody, and Earth or we are as a human being, but it's all our karma. Okay, so now you see every corner of the world there's suffering. There's I assume there is the virus everywhere. So we're suffering. Then, so this is a karma, collective karma, not just one person's mind. It's not one person's action. It's a collectively. Why are we all suffering? Because it's past karmas, right? Some people may disagree. That's fine. You can disagree. I can agree that we disagree. Okay, I disagree. I can agree that we disagree. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. I'm not right here trying to preach you, say you have to agree with me. And one good thing about Buddhism, we do lots of debating. We're open. Okay, so this is my point of view from Dharma point of view generally. And it's not just my point of view. I studied Dharma, right? So so everything's our mind, right? What kind of mind that we have created all this suffering, largely because of ignorance and also greed and attachment and hatred. Not so much about hatred, but mostly ignorance and greed. So we create a lot of karma. And then the result is this is what happened, what is happening. And then it's sympathized. It's created by mind. Now, I'm saying the karma here. The word karma in the West, people misunderstood. They think it's fate. Fate. This is not fate. Fate means you can't change, right? This is what my understanding, English, right? So, but it can change. 당내 내 꼴찌 주위 내 정말 내가 다 진중 심진 진중이 내 단단 간주 전부를 나자 두자 참내 미망번 전부를 살짝 가서 갈라베 동안이 무여를 연구해야 돼 전부를 심진 간게 지 진중이 내려와 그 레디 간이 정으로 쓰는 수수 셈 되는 셈바단디 셈는 로자시나 두무 맞을라서 니 정을 진단에 도차다 되네 두무 두무를 두무 용사자와리 두무로 마리바 오래 마리바에 되네 착바 도차다 착바세티 가서다 지 슈 전부지야 또 전부지야 뭐사야 돼 작업 전부소 시비 지기 지기니 지기 있으네 되네 소다 전부도 되네 왜 가서다 근데 뭔가 제네 되네 내 맞으지 야주 맞이 시비 지기 뭔가 제 인전다 근데 나서도 연구요래요 두스 쉬어이 근데 쉬면 so this is a karma so 단다 레세야테 주주다야 메바테는 말에 지자도 계시더니 쓰기도 레세야테 주주다야 메바 레다야 메바지 인지게라 되시기도 faith 쓰기도 faith 세야테 지 다코랑 가리는 지 거샤와선데 제 가서 딱 거샤스는 문제지 지긴 제법 복근적 소시아 그랬을 건지 지자도 나오도 근데 먼저 왜 나가 산지 위치는 지긴 제법 복근적 요 말아 지긴 제법 매와 지긴 쟁이데 내로 어두스 so 레레지네 나서지 레라 강금면도 나와 강림면도 okay this is I want to say the sixth Dalai Lama and his name is Chayang Gyatso. He was very famous. He was one of my favorite one and he was a poet, a writer. He said go wa tell tang be chunu shong la keso lela kanggu mato nawa kangde mendu. So he said song I sailed my boat across the river strait but the current is so strong it swept me downstream. And then he says it is my karma and I wish to go across the river but karmic current is so strong. So we think we can do whatever we want, but we can't do everything what we want because the karmic current is so strong and it's swept away, right? They share nimbuya. That thing is shared tangmitanda. And Misogi Lagin shared on the Choman something some Karina de Nimbuya and Jawa Chinese and she Odinala. So Chumushon carry in a Taviani, Chungusho Malo, Chemetang, Chundam de Vajilla, Chudima, So anyway, he was of course lucky and fortunate, Dalai Lama, and he somehow got away, and the boat went over to the side of the river. He got away. But anyway, so that's the. But what the point of his writing this song is talking about karma. We don't have control over our karma, whatever we want, but its current karma is strong. So this is a karma, okay? So this is where I'm starting from. The sutra itself says, let's see, karmic obstructions and bringing benefit, peace, and joy to all sentient beings, and the dharmic sublime age. Now listen, okay. So then, the Bodhisattva Manjushri replied, "So be it, world honored one. We will joyfully listen to whatever you wish to teach." The Buddha then said to Bodhisattva Manjushri, "East of this world, east of this world, far away, past countless Buddha lands, more numerous than the grain of sand in the 10 Ganges rivers. There exists a world called pure lapis lazuli. The Buddha of that world is called medicine Buddha, lapis lazuli radiant, Tathagata, Arahat, perfectly enlightened, perfect in the mind and deed, well gone, knower of the world, unsurpassed, being, tamer of the passion, teacher of God and man, Buddha, world honor one." Manjushri, when the world honored medicine Buddha was treating the Bodhisattva path, he solemnly made 12 great vows to grant sentient beings whatever they desire. So then Buddha said, "You look to the east, okay, and there is far away, and there are so many Buddha lands, pure lands, more numerous than the grains of sand in the 10 Ganges river." So imagine how many grains of sand in the Ganges river. There's so many sand, right? Lots of sand, and you cannot count. So not just one Ganges river, 10 times Ganges river sand. There's so many Buddha lands, and there exists a world called pure lapis lazuli light. So there's one of the pure land is called lapis lazuli light. And the Buddha of that world is called medicine Buddha. Tangi pogetola shugi. Ta sanji jamde nigitene jambila dinde so tanga de pogitana kasati peche denga tana me inange ngara kasota loto de shugi. Da jambila dinde so sanji chara ne kam shalama chos shama chonpa shachol pa nima shasate to us. They do that. And then the church of the Tarimbu, the Sanji Shingam, Pardon me, Mrs. Sanji Shingam, the Tanga Jet, Yatoya, Lola Payata, Casa, Semna Shunya in the Omaris, Ena, Chumu Kangala, Damla, Chama Yoroa, Chamatene, Chunjudine, Chamata, Tanga Jago, Jamna, because Tanga Jayata, Jatoya, Lakia Yomaro, Sujang, Tanga Janiti, Yomaro. Indeed, Chumo Kanga Chingmada, Chumo Kanga Chugi, Chema de la Ti Kanga, Le, Tando, Mawa, or Tando Mawa in the Sanji Shinga, the Mayoris. Yes, Ti Sanji Shinga Padmatina and the Sanji Shingam Chilatini, Tatisura, Injigela Tesura, Lapis Lazulis, and Anzo Pogela Tesota, Mumi, Benduya Shingam, Benduya. Nanzo Tanda, and Benduya Sena do Janguch Humbuch to Benduya dos, Benadaja. on the kumdo mombo, on Benduya, so this is a lapis lazuli light Buddha. So his color of his body is blue, a beautiful blue, yeah. It's like a color of lapis lazuli. Lapis stone is a famous stone for healing stone. In Tibetan tradition, we use you grind it a little bit, you put it in the herb. You can eat. Also, a lot of times they use for painting pigments, lapis lazuli, and it comes from the Western Himalayas and Afghanistan and Iran, and mostly they say Afghanistan. And there are lapis lazuli come from other parts of the world, I'm sure, South America and so on. So, and the Burgela means Bendruya said something together, something together, Vaiduria, Benduya, Stange Sevuchi, Lapshi Mando, Vaiduria, Benduya, and Benduya was 2 seconds. So this is the name Lapis Lazuli Radiant Tathagata. Okay, so why it's called Lapis Lazuli Radiant? Because his color is beautiful and the light coming, blue light coming, radiant, and this light is healing light. Blue color is healing color. We have 5 colors. It's according to Tibetan art. We always have 5 colors: white, yellow, red, blue, green. You see behind me, there's a Tanka painting here. So those deities above me, and there's a Mahakala there, and Kalarupa, and Vaishavarana, Namzire, Bayan Namzire, Bayan Namzire, what the Kado Ngado, Kado Ngade, Yawaring Chondere, Yawaring Kumdo, Karsade, Jawanaban, Kundo Gabo. Tene Mujuba Undo Mombo Obama Mabo, Rinjin Sebo, to Bajanguchi, Kadong, Yawanga, Yishinga Chanda, then you move to Manjom Jomne and Yishinga Wolan Jawaran and Chandore. So in Tibetan tradition, we have 5 colors symbolize 5 wisdoms of the Buddhas, and you get rid of the purify 5 mental defilements and to achieve 5 Dhyani Buddhas. Verojana, Ratna Sambhava, Amoga Siddhi, Akshobhya, and Amitabha. Okay, so this is a blue one. The blue light is color healing light. So imagine blue. So when you recite the mantra of Medicine Buddha, Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Randa Samungate Soha, you imagine blue light coming from the mantras. So Sanskrit word pronunciation is more like this: Om Beshaja, Beshaja, Maha Beshaja, Beshaja, Raja, Samut Gate Swaha, Raja, Samut Gate Swaha. Tibetan pronunciation is a little different. Om Bekanze, Maha Bekanze, Ranza, Samut Gate Swaha. So now some people think, well, the Tibetans are not saying properly in according Sanskrit. Well, yes, we're not saying according Sanskrit, but pronunciation doesn't really matter so much, and it works. Okay, so if you listen to Chinese monks and nuns, Chinese people, when they reciting the mantra of Medicine Buddha, pronunciation will be different. And Japanese, when they recite, it's different, a little bit different. And the Mongolians are different. And if you have some Buryat, Kalmyk Russians and Mongol Russians, and they will be saying slightly different. It doesn't matter. Most important is your faith and devotion. If you have faith and devotion, power of mental work. If you don't have faith and devotion, even you are a Sanskrit Pandit, and your mantra doesn't work. As I told you the story last week about the Mahasiddha, the Nyingmapa yogi who's blowing on the bow, tip of the arrow, and he fired. They went straight into the rock. And so pronunciation is not always There's no difference. I'm not saying you shouldn't say properly. Of course, you have to say properly, whatever you can, right? So that so to pasu teba chewa. Sangha meben rus teba go. Teba mena sangha dugu mare. Dangdang de chi kashi sena samtita ke tola samtita ke naji chana zan dungu mendo digu mendo sige kashi. Di chungna da samtita ke naji ke tola ma dun nga dangda yagure ke chimbore kashi sena nga korang yungsa samtita ke rowa. Zawatere samtita ke tola nangoro ina pyoge tola pyoge kana nangde on be kanzi sudo instead of be shajaya raja semalaje ranza sudo otati pyoge tola lamne chunke yomar ndugu yore tukdo danchawe luju denge kasange mashuyi ma otere otuse sangha meben dus otus. So here Lord Buddha mentioned there is a medicine Buddha called lapis lazuli light, well known, a knower of the world, unsurpassed being, tamer of the passion, teacher of the gods and man, Buddha worldly honored. So then at that time, the story was this. Buddha said, I want you, Manjushri, all the other monks, bhikkhus, bhikkhunis, and bodhisattvas, everybody turn around, look to the east, and where the sun rise. Okay, so they did, and then the fortunate ones, who got high mental faculties. Okay, and they have seen medicine Buddha in the sky. They saw medicine Buddha, lapis lazuli light, and also they saw the other medicine Buddhas. There are altogether 7 medicine Buddhas, right? Tathagata Buddha Shakyamuni himself is also medicine Buddha because he was a healer. Buddha did a lot of healing he started healing with the monks, then lay people. So we have 8 medicine Buddhas that include Shakyamuni Buddha. And so then they all looked east and they saw the Buddhas and the light coming. They received the light and light shines towards to them. And then they felt the tremendous blessing, tremendous power. Okay, they received. So my assumption is this is the initiation, beginning of initiation of medicine Buddha. And this is how it started, right? So then later on, the medicine Buddha tradition teachings are translated from Sanskrit to Chinese, then Korean, Japanese to Oriental world. And Medicine Buddha Sutra was translated by famous Chinese monk, I can't pronounce now, Hon Song, I forgot the pronunciation, Stephen knows. Anyway, he translated so many sutras in Chinese, spent 12 years in Nalanda University. He became a great scholar. He went back to China. He was the founder of mind-only school of Mahayana, mind-only school, Semsamba. And he taught mind-only school philosophy in China. So, Bhagavad da Shuyi da nganzo Sanji gitene Karsuka Sanji Mele gitene Dan do Suran do Suni do Masung and use but so sang Gindu Pabu Gindu Gilunda Gilung Gindu Chimba Chanjus and begin to some of the Sanji Mamba Latini Kora Yavoda Lomba the Tenitumo the Mawi Latini Chosoni or Tashacho Nimasha Sacha the Kapala Des. Any Konzo Lata Boto Konzo Sanji Melange and the Rosetta so turn the Koran to Shinjila, what is that one so there were top net to Everest. hotel chef. Then that you shuma then Sanji Mele and Dodi then something to kin to Jamaica Tola Jur. Than the Jamie Ginukeration with Nalanda Lotuni, Shungi Kora Mela Hon Sang, the Takashia, Wong, something like that. I can't pronounce properly. And he was the founder of Senzamba School in China.当然是Babegela的 Jambia 的Kinchin Shiwazo, 之松的在我等等三级面那个的都一个说的了就那了要的，讲不Jambia 的话，Jambia 去，大家都没小叫跟Jambia 了说，Jambia 呢 Kinchin Shiwazo呢也不之松的在，我说的也不之松的，但是也不之松的这个的呢，Kinchin Shiwazo，group 嘛上包啊，的呢上面了的学的话。Samia was a peveda, Gomba Toma de, Samia, Samji, Bay Minju, Sami, Bay Minju, Casa, Plunging to Sulakans, or Delatini, Gomba de Chata, Tene, Gurbe Masambava, Bemanjuni, Ramnena, Tene, Jabutuson, this she was Kinji, she was a Dendishu, Tene Sanji Mele, Choson, or Dawson, Otus Cheve, Lujina Doa. So what happened according to Tibetan tradition? The lineage come from Buddha, then to Manjushri, then to Shivatso, which is Shantarakshita, and then Tisung Dechen, great Tibetan king, Tisung Dechen. We had we had many kings in Tibet in the past. And then one of the very first king was Sungtsen Gampo. He was an emanation of Chenrezig Avalokiteshvara. The second great king was Tisung Dechen. He was considered emanation of Manjushri. Third great king was called Tiralpachen. Tiralpachen was an emanation of Vajrapani. Okay, so Tisung Dechen, he was a very smart king, and because some kings are not very smart, just big ego and power and start wars and this and that. But he was a Dharma king. All those three great kings are Dharma kings, right? So he invited Guru Padma Sambhava. He started a monastery, temple, Samye mi pe minju plunjindube, Tulahna. Samye is the unimaginable monastery, middle of the desert in Tibet, and built the very first Tibetan temple, Samye. Then he asked Padma Sambhava, Guru Padma Sambhava blessed the temple, did a consecration, Ramne Nangarwa. Then he invited Shantarakshita. Shantarakshita was the lineage holder of medicine Buddha. Jambi Yangda, Kenshin Shiwatso, Chisung Dezen, all those, Chisung Dezen. And then he established the school of Tibetan medicine. And Chisung Dezen said, my people, my Tibetan people need the medicine, a school of medicine. And he was very smart. He invited Ayurvedic doctors from India, and he invited Chinese doctors from China. He invited doctors from Persia, and then the Tibetan medicine we practice mostly Ayurvedic tradition, and also some element of Persian tradition, for example, urine analysis and so on and so forth, and also acupuncture, moksha bhashan, and so on and so forth, from China and Mongolia and wherever. And there is actually a debate where that acupuncture come from traditions. So some say Mongolia, some say Tibet. And moksha bhashan probably come from Tibet and Mongolia because of the cold climate, right? And in any case, he started Tibetan medicine school, Mensi Kang, also not only medicine, but astrology and numerology. So he was a very smart king. Very grateful. We are very grateful. Tibetan medicine is very popular in the world. Today we have Mensi Kang in Dharamsala, Mensi Kang in Lhasa, Chamdo, and many parts of Tibet and Mongolia. Memba Datsang, Mongolian, Memba, Tibetan word. Memba Datsang is a college monastery of medicine. So, that the later Mazu Pogela Garsa told Jabu Sunzengambo, Tomadera, Jerezi to what, Chisundis, Jambing to what, Tirabaji, Chana doji to what, Chisundis in Koran, Jabu, the Messiah Kasota, Teresha, Kasa, took some of Jachimbo Yunichidua, Yabutini, good Lovaman unit, then issue Samuel Latini, Sami Chat, Ramena, the nail do the Lama into the Karsotas, lot of Lama into the Kanga, Manjushri, Tempasung, Sumala tree, Tamlata. Now, today, Shiwatsu, Kenji Shiwatsu, then issue Kenji Shiwatsu, the thing that the Sanji Melek, Mengi, Juvat, Zingin, the Rawa, Yambi, and the Kenji Shiwatsu, Otujan, Tusian, and Mengi got the member Tasang to member Tasasa, Menzi count in the two, Pamen, the Mounchet, the Javaga, and the Ayurvedis, Mendirawa, and the Iran Lomba, Taxi Lomba, and the Paget, Taxi, that the link as a Duna, Taxi, usually Taxi, North Jungsigo, or Taxi, Iran, Koran, now Parsik, Persia, Parsik, Taxi, so Taxi, my mate at the Jimba, Chutayalas, or Tindi, Lusu, rest in the Sigdo, Jame, come to Yala and the Major Yalas, but indeed the Kanga Churu, Pamea, which is so now, or Jawashira, Karichimbore, or to say. So now it's already 1 hour here. I think today I won't talk about the 12 promises that Medicine Buddha made or the 12 vows. It takes time. There's no rush. I will go through that tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, next Sunday. And this time we go to the sadhana of Medicine Buddha now. Please, everybody, turn on your sadhana. Please go to the sadhana. Concise sadhana of Medicine Buddha. Method of making requests to the assembly of 7 Medicine Buddhas, according to the pure and unbroken lineage tradition of Gelugpa tradition of Tibetan Buddhism, composed by Muchu Dharmabada. Muchu Dharmabada. Gelugpa Lama Misekera Chimbure, Kava Chimbure, Muju Dharmabada. Muchu said that Lumba the Zanga, Muchu was, Kidu Muchu was Chambu. Muchu Dharmabada, the Chabi Mambo, become Mambo Samna. Chow challenge that any Jawat in the Mombatam, that the Melendo should do today. Gange ma inji told the we forget that's a Jewy. So we go to the sadhana refuge and we go through the sadhana and do a little bit of meditation. Okay, I'll go through step by step. Refuge and generating bodhichitta. Until I attain enlightenment, I respectfully go for refuge to Guru, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. To attain Buddhahood for the welfare of all living beings, I shall make request to the 7 Sugatas. Okay. Until I attain enlightenment. So we take refuge to Buddhas, Dharma, and Sangha. How long? Question. Well, we take refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha until we reach enlightenment. Respectfully, go for refuge to Guru. First, we take refuge to Guru, then Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. So, according to Theravadan Buddhist tradition, you don't take refuge to Guru. They don't have a concept of Guru. They take refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. We say, Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa, Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami. And then you say, repeat 3 times, Dutiyambi, then say Tatiyambi, Buddhang saranang gacchami. You know. So the Guru, taking refuge to Guru is the Tibetan tradition, Indian Tantric Buddhist tradition. Lama la chapsucho, Sanjay la chapsucho, Chola chapsucho. Angandu Baba, Bhagavad Nambichu, and Tambo Lama la chapsucho, Tene Sanjay Tene Chuchi Gorwa. Lama la Tambo Japsun Dogo Junjin the Karisina, Lama Shida Kadinchimo. Sawe Lama, Kadinji, Jube Lama, Chalochi, Dembe Lama, Tuji, Sajun, so Lama, so on to Chinjilops. Lama Kanichi Junjin Karis and Lama Mena Sanjay Mes, Mabaloz Agasa, Narupa Mabaloz Sumorwa, Lama Kaisana Manzutanda, Sanji Compound Toya, Cheade, Chosungade, Lamara, Lame Chosun, Manzu Sanji, Kachunyam Legend, Sanji Comatoya, or the Sama Lama la Raleigh, and Tambo Lama la Chosun do we arrest, do we? So, why we take refuge to Buddha, I mean Gurus first? some people are kind of cynical. They think all these lamas, they just wrote this down, saying they want people think that they are even higher, more important than Buddhas. No, that's not how it is. Some people are too cynical. You can't help them, and that's why it is. And but see, the Lama is guru, right? And so we say Lama Lachap Chill. I go Refuge Guru. Why? Because we have a guru. We need a guru. Guru is the root of the path. It says Save Lama Katinche means guru is kind. Jubi Lama Chenab, lineage guru gives a blessing. And Dembe Lama Tujiche. So guru gives us the teachings and they give initiations, teachings, then we have opportunity to practice. For example, I myself, I received medicine Buddha initiation from Khenzo Ladi Rinpoche. Ladi Rinpoche is one of my gurus. Ladi Rinpoche was a former abbot of Ganden Monastery. Okay, and I requested him. He came to Canada, Toronto, and came to Nelson, BC, I think twice. And we are very fortunate. I received a number of initiations. So I'm always grateful. Because of him, I received medicine Buddha initiation. And I did the retreat. I gave the initiation to my students. And I give the Long to you people. And then we all have a chance to do the practice, right? The living lineage. The lineage is here, live. And so that's why the guru is very kind, and we take refuge. So when I do the medicine Buddha sadhana, when I say I go refuge to guru, I immediately in my mind I think about Lati Rinpoche, my guru. I take refuge to Lati Rinpoche. Then take refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. At this point, I like to tell you a funny little story about Lati Rinpoche. You know, he was born in Eastern Tibet when he was a Tulku. And so one day his teacher went away somewhere. And the teacher said, you, stay inside the room and memorize the text. He said, yes, sir. He did. And then he suddenly realized, oh, I really miss my mom. I miss my mother. I want to go walk down to the village to see my mom. And while teacher's gone, instead of memorizing the text. So he sneak out from the temple, walk down through the forest. And his birthplace area has lots of trees. So walk down to the forest, and then all of a sudden, middle of the road, there was a leopard standing. And he told me, first in his mind, my teacher's emanation and leopard. He doesn't want me to go down see my mom or village, right? So then he backed down, slowly, walk on back down. And then suddenly he took off, ran back to the temple. And he couldn't go see his mother. Then that evening, the teacher came. He said, hello, Rinpoche, how are you? And good. And have you memorized text? Good, yes. And how's your day? Good. Everything good. And I guess it was good. So, and a very sweet story. I love that story. And anyway, guru. So that karsa jamro randi tambolama sanjila so we take refuge to attain Buddhahood for the welfare of all living beings. I shall make request to 7 sugatas. So this time we should generate particular motivation. So today I want to do this sadhana practice and mantras to help everybody on this earth. So many people are suffering right now. People died and having lots of suffering, pain. I want to dedicate this practice for everyone. And I pray to 7 sugatas. 7 sugatas. Sugata is a Sanskrit word, means Buddha. Sukh means happiness. Gata is gone happily. There's Devashipas. Devashipa said, Deva de Karesana. Sanji Kumbande Devarava. Then the Deva. Then the Devarava. Or the Sanji Kumba Toa in the Devashipas, Sanji Kompa, Shik Sarvat, and this and Devashipas. 7 Sugatas. Deshi dunes, and forget the Deshi dune, that Deshi dune, like Jamduchi. What to say? So now visualize the medicine Buddhas above our crown. So we visualize lapis lazuli light medicine Buddhas above my crown. So what you do is you visualize lapis lazuli light above your crown, and then next Buddha above that, above like this, going up like a totem pole. Okay. So on the crown of my head sits Tathagata medicine guru, whose body is blue. His right hand is in the mudra of supreme giving. Hold a arura plant. And left hand in the mudra of meditative echo pose. Holds a bowl filled with the medicine nectar. So medicine Buddha now, he's got one face, two arms, blue colored, and his right hand is in the mudra of supreme giving, means mudra of giving blessings. He's holding arura plant. Arura is a plant from India. It has several names. One name is Mero Balan. Arura, or you say Mero Balan. There's another Hindi word, so Haritika, and English translation is Indian gooseberries. Gooseberry. So this Arura, Churura, Parura, there are 3 fruits that grow in foothills of Himalayas, and they are we call the king of Ayurvedic medicine. 3 different: Vibitika, Haritika, and I forgot this other one, the name. And so Arura, Parura, Churus, that mengi jabu yin isagore, and the Pamena Latine. Arura sang the Churuja, and the grape sang it or Tinda, which Sopta Tinda, which is Chubuja. So Arura, it looks like a grape, green grape, but it's not a sweet, it's very bitter, very good. And it's also cleaning your blood, and it is protection against like mosquito bites and what do you call the malaria and so on and so forth. But you have to take that before you go to the malaria area. Actually, it's called Tripalachuna, Haritika, and anyway, Mahasudarshan. Actually, in Hindi, Sanskrit word is called, one particular medicine is called herb called Mahasudarshan. Okay, Mahasudarshan is got the Arura, and they say, I don't know how it works, but they say you take Mahasudarshan 2 weeks before you go to the area where there's malaria, and then you don't take it while you're traveling, and then when you come back, you take it 2 weeks. So what happened is, the theory is, this is just theory, okay? I don't know. What happened, this herb goes into your system, in your blood, and then the mosquito come by and he doesn't like the smell of your blood, smell of your body, and then you go away. It's some kind of interesting. I tried that myself. I was fortunate. I never got malaria. I went to area very bad, Nias Island. Some of you Australians probably been there. Nias Island, and it's off the coast of Indonesia, Sumatra and Java, and Nias Island has a very bad malaria. I was there, but lots of surfers go there, and surf. They don't care about malaria. They just want to have fun. So I went there myself. I didn't do surfing, but I just stayed there. I never got malaria. And one of my friend who was traveling with me, Japanese fellow, he got really sick. I took him to a hospital, and he got recovered later. So anyway, but what I did is I took the Mahasudarshan 2 weeks before I went, and then I traveled, and then I came back. I took again for 2 weeks. Maybe it helped. I don't know. I have no proof. Okay, so don't take literally whatever I say here. And anyway, so he's holding Arura plant in the right hand. Left hand is holding bowl with the nectar. Nectar inside. Okay, on the crown of Tathagata. So that's on his crown is the Tathagata, king of clear knowing, whose body is white, is white. His right hand is in the mudra of supreme giving, left hand is in the mudra of meditative echo pose. And on his crown is Tathagata, melodious ocean of Dharma proclaimed. And his body is bright red. Both hands are in the mudra of expounding Dharma. That is Bakila Santangbuddha Sanji Melari. Tigala Tini, Karsa, Munchinja Bosa, Munchinja was Kundo Kabradua. Tiga Andela Tini is a church jamso, choda jamso. Tathagata, melodious ocean of Dharma proclaimed. His body is bright red. Both hands are in the mudra of meditative equipoise. Chanyi Nyamjaj. On his crown is Tathagata, supreme glory free from sorrow. Nyangeme, Sanjite Nyangeme. His body is pale red, and both sort of pale red actually means kind of pinkish. And both his hands are in the mudra of meditative equipoise. On his crown is Tathagata, stainless, excellent gold. His body is golden. Both hands are in the mudra of expounding Dharma. This mudra is called the expounding Dharma. Okay, so meditative equipoise, this mudra here, and expounding Dharma. This nyamja charges, chanyi nyamja those who are chunche charges in the middle, chunche charges. And both hands are in the mudra of expounding Dharma, expressing Dharma. On his crown is Tathagata, king of melodious sound. His body is in the golden, his right hand is in the mudra of giving, left hand is in the mudra of meditative equipoise. On his crown is Tathagata, glorious renown of excellent signs. His body is golden, right hand is in the mudra of granting protection, left hand is in the mudra of meditative equipoise. So, cha yevatine, chepjingi chajas. So, right hand is in the mudra of granting protection. His hand is like this, down. Keep the hand like umbrella, down above his knees. Okay, so mudra of granting protection, like a kind of shape of umbrella. Yeah. And so this is that you said this is the top. It goes up like this, right? So we visualize lapis lazuli Buddha above our crown, and it goes up. This is the last one, the top. On his crown, a Tathagata, glorious renown of excellent signs. His body is in golden. Right hand is in the mudra of granting protection. His left hand is the mudra of meditative equipoise. Okay. They all wear 3 robes of the monk. So all the 7 medicine Buddhas wearing 3 robes of monks, like a skirt, the lower garment, in other words, and then scarf, not scarf, a shawl, and the shirt. Not shirt, but the vest, kind of, and then or chugu, nam chugu, another robe. Yeah. So they all wear 3 robes of monk and are adorned with major and minor marks. They sit in the Vajra position, sit on a lotus and moon. So, their body is marked with all the 32 major marks and 80 minor marks. Okay, so in other words, perfect, adorned with all the enlightened marks of the Buddha. And like, for example, Ushnisha on the crown, Tuktor and Zopu, and the Urna on the forehead, and so on and so forth. That will do the Shabla Kolos, and then also the Toba Utuna Theor Karso, and Zobu, Otu Jin, Chai Nala, Chad Shabdas and Kolo Yumi, Kolo Rimuyumi, others. Inside the Buddha's hand, and in the palm of his hand and the bottom of his feet, there's a Dharma wheel. And it is somehow hard to explain how. And it's not like a tattoo you paint it on, but it's kind of, you can see it. There's there. So visualize and sitting cross-legged. That doji shab doji chidun chintene pemana davedin told to show you in a. So imagine the place where you are meditating as a beautiful scenic place. The whole of space is filled with rainbow lights and offering dakas and dakinis, who holds object of offerings, everything that is pleasing the senses and mind, imagine, placed in a way that is beautiful and nurturing for you. Okay, so this time I like to ask you meditate a little bit. We should meditate a little bit right now. You sit, so sit straight and imagine lapis lazuli light Buddha sitting above your crown, then the white Buddha, and the red Buddha, and the pink Buddha, and the three golden Buddha sitting above your crown. Oh, that's mikwa desjo narana, gom desjo narana. Do chishu, and it gangi soso juola tene, Sanji Mela, Menduya, Shuyonya Mebaji, Tigan de Latine, Manjinjabu, Ro Adusin, that Tigan Ducin, Sanji Domne, Du, Deji Du, Gang, Raichu, Duskan, Chigan, Chigan, Shuyonya Mevanaro. Then the Kumdo dea, the Gangang, the Kumdo Sebos Sumjero. Ngarangi chiwo tola tene sanje melachi kundo ngomboji tiga na kundo kawo mawo macha tene sebo chine otu sendo chi sum tu shuyi nyambe mebana kode ya tene shata ta ne nganzogi me tama wege subo na shi mayimba tene be wege ran shin chin chin shuyi nyambe mebana rana. So when you visualize 7 medicine Buddha above your crown, you don't imagine their bodies like an ordinary human body made with flesh and bones and organs and so forth. They don't have flesh and bones. And so Buddha's body has no flesh, no bones, no blood, and everything is nature of light, energy. The Buddha's body is nature of energy and light, translucent like a rainbow, and transparent and clear, and at the same time like crystal and light. They is there, but they are not there at the same time. It's like a rainbow. So imagine 7 medicine Buddhas above your crown, and then first visualize 7 Buddhas above your crown. So 7 medicine Buddhas visualize above our crown. Then imagine light emanating, radiating light from their bodies. So medicine Buddha, lapis lazuli light, blue light emanating. Then above him there's a clay light, king of clay light, white light emanating, then red light emanating, pink light emanating, and then 3 golden Buddhas above on the top. Golden lights emanating. All these lights coming down, come down straight into you, your face, your crown, into your crown and forehead, throat and heart. Entire body is filled with light, healing light, and around your body, and gives you protection blessings, protecting your body, protecting your mind, protecting all your 5 skandhas, okay? Form skandha, feeling skandha, perception skandha, mental formation skandha, and consciousness skandha. Skandha is Sanskrit word, English word is aggregate, physical body aggregates, feeling aggregates, perception aggregates, mental formation aggregates, and consciousness aggregates. As a human beings, we have 5 aggregates. Well, our whole body mind is made with 5 aspects. 5 aspects. Sanskrit word is skanda. Okay, skanda. 먼저 버게라 돼서 풍봉하서 먼저 미기 가서 다 수보로와 루셈니가 되더니 풍봉할 초발할 때니 먼저 미기 수보리 종어로와 수보세라면 다 루셈 종어라 될더니 나가세 다 생각나스 민다네 또베다 상고더니 나가세 나지 인가니 아포 인가 모 인가 라마 인가 타바 인가 지세 종어로와 풍봉아, 조개 풍봉, 소의 풍봉, 류시 풍봉, 류지 풍봉, 남버시 풍봉, 풍봉아래. 조개 풍봉이 주보다는데 미리 통해요 데려와. 소의 풍봉 초와 대도 따님이 데리. 류시 풍봉은 세미나를 삼는다마다 나의 지어와 류시. 류지시에 대 참들이. That numbership 풍봉에 남시 so 세미데요. So 5 skanda, 5 we call skanda 5. A pumbo, Tibetan word means heap, like a bundle of wood, a bundle of rice, and a bundle of hay together. Pumbo, okay, pumbo nga. So you have 5 skandhas. Then we label our sense of I or self or me. This is who we are as a person. And other than that, there is no person. Without the 5 skandhas, without label, there is no person. And according to Heart Sutra, form is emptiness, emptiness is form. Likewise, perception, feeling, perception, mental formation, and consciousness. So, form is this physical body. Feelings, you got mixed feelings, good and bad, and indifferent feelings. Perception is your mind. And subtle perception is called, mental formation. It's a subtle perception. Then consciousness. Okay, so imagine your 5 skandhas are purified. The light coming from the seven medicine Buddhas dissolve into your form, dissolve into your feelings, dissolve into your perception, dissolve into your mental formation, dissolve into your consciousness, your mind. And purify, and bless your 5 aggregates, and great protection for your body and mind, and generate a good immune system, and good energy, resistance. The light of 7 medicine Buddha. Now you imagine you have the light, divine light, holy light, divine light in your body, mind. You have protection, ultimate protection. You have a divine light of medicine Buddha in you, right here, right now. Right now. And this is going to stay with you, not just this moment. When you finish today, when we finish this, I'm talking, and then you go, you stay home. Right? You stay home wherever you are, and it will be there with you all the time. Protection. And then also we imagine now a light coming from the 7 medicine Buddhas. Light goes out. We share this light to other people. All these people in the world who are suffering right now. Light goes out. Give them support. It touches their feeling, touches their mind, grief, loss, anxiety, suffering, anxious moment, loneliness, and cut out from their families and can't see because social distancing. The hardest thing, one of my friends told me, hardest thing that she can't meet her children and grandchildren. Suffering, loneliness, right? Whatever, not knowing what's going to happen in the future. So imagine the light is reaching them, give them a sense of comfort. What that indigenous to some Sharona, Tini, Sanji, Deshi Duni was there, Karsada was a Mombo, Kawo, Mawo, Maja, Dene, Sergindo was a separate part of the train, so Kusu Nalama, Tim, Ra, Kusun and Tim, Tini, Zuge Pompo, Serpom, Duji, number she Pom, Galabe Chap. 다 가서 지금 산지 대시 등 지금 등에 르다 셈 정말 요 하나 내 인생에 지금 될 되게 누발할 때는 간간네 나사 내염도 용 두고 말해 산에 두서 시나야래 어두시 나로나 아니 대마지 단다 대시 등이 있더니 군도 군인들이 어서 받은 트레이닝 아니 잠불이 가사칼 파치니 되네 단다 잠불이 미마고 나기요 시기요 동구요 컨트롤을 되는 가서다 송주스는 먼저 컨트롤을 지가서 셈라 펜바 르라 펜바 에스 지가서다 셈설로 용아 르로로 용아 나서 충으로야 나서 유주 충으로 나서 용에서 나서는 조보 자야게 되니 가서다 네가 요야 되니 지금 유소니 메바나로. So the light emanating from seven medicine Buddha goes to all these people are suffering right this moment, gives them comfort and also recovering. Many people do recover. See, I heard recently, about 4 days ago, 4,000 people recovered in Canada, and now there's more people probably recovered, and many people are sick and dying, but at the same time, a lot of people are recovering. So imagine they are recovering, right? They're recovering. So today we leave it here now, and then next week I will go through the rest of the sadhana, observing medicine Buddhas into your body, and then we recite the mantra, and there will be more visualizations. I will explain also some of the dedications made by Buddha, medicine Buddha. I will explain next Sunday and Sunday after the following Sunday, so on. And for now, we recite the mantra for a little bit. Om Beghande, Beghande, Maha Beghande, Beghande, Randa Samungate Soha. Om Beghande, Beghande, Maha Beghande, Beghande, Randa Samungate Soha. Om Beghande, Beghande, Maha Beghande, Beghande, Randa Samungate Soha. Om Beghande, Beghande, Maha Beghande, Beghande, Randa Samungate Soha. Om Beghande, Beghande, Maha Beghande, Beghande, Randa Samungate Soha. Om Beghande, Beghande, Maha Beghande, Beghande, Randa Samungate Soha. Om Beghande, Beghande, Maha Beghande, Beghande, Randa Samungate Soha. Om Beghande, Beghande, Maha Beghande, Beghande, Randa Samungate Soha. Om Beghande, Beghande, Maha Beghande, Beghande, Randa Samungate Soha. Thank you very much. This time, if you have questions about medicine Buddha practice, healing, so on, you are most welcome.
Thank you for the wonderful teachings today, Rinpoche, especially at this poignant time. Stephen Tang asks, Rinpoche, do the 5 skandhas include our enjoyments and our environments?
You mean enjoyments and environment, are they part of the 5 skandhas?
I think that's what he's asking.
Yeah, enjoyments are part of the, I would say, part of the second skandha, feeling. So you feel enjoying, oh, it's a beautiful day today, nice and warm, and I'm enjoying the warmness. Part of the feeling. Environment are, I'm not sure how do I say, I'm not sure you can say the environment are part of one of the 5 skandhas, but actually the other way around, the 5 skandhas are part of the environment. We are part of the environment.
Maureen asks, how do we offer this to a person for protection? Do we picture medicine Buddha over the person's head as well as our own?
Yeah, both.
And then light coming down into the person?
Then light emanating from the medicine Buddha, from his or her above the head. Also, when I'm visualizing the 7 sugatas on my crown, then imagine light coming from my crown, then goes to the person for protection. And next week, I will explain, we become ourselves a medicine, but at that point, you can send light from your heart to the person. I mean, you can do that now. You got the initiation, so you can visualize yourself as medicine, but send light from your heart, from the mantras of medicine Buddha to the person as a protection.
So would you visualize as well going inside them and outside them like a shell, like you were talking about a yurt last week?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Are the 5 skandhas, Rosalind asks, Guy asks, are the 5 skandhas linked to the 5 Dhyani Buddhas?
Yes, it's a cause and effect. Our 5 skandhas purifies. Once it's completely purified, when you become Buddha, then the 5 skandhas automatically become the 5 Dhyani Buddhas. And the purity of your 5 skandhas, when you become Buddha, purity of your 5 skandhas is called 5 Dhyani Buddhas.
And is practicing the Dharma the way we do it, that purify the 5 skandhas? Is there specific ways?
Way we do it, I'm not sure way we do it. And well, if you're doing the wrong way, then you're not going to purify your skandhas. You might be polluting your skandhas if you're practicing Dharma wrong way. But if you're practicing Dharma properly, according to teachings, especially if you're practicing Tantra to the self-generation and generation stage properly, and you receive the initiation properly, yes.
Thank you. Willow Tree asks, can we send the light of the 7 medicine Buddhas to those who have died from the virus, are in spirit, and may still be suffering?
Who asked this question?
Willow Tree.
Willow Tree. Okay. So, yes, those people who died, and we pray for them, and we send the light from 7 medicine Buddhas to them wherever their spirit is now, consciousness is now. It has to be somewhere. And imagine the light goes to them, and then they will receive comfort. Okay, comfort. So when they die, this death is a very difficult death. I understand. I heard, because your lung is collapsing, die from suffocation is a very severe pain. So you die with a trauma, very traumatic death, right? And then after you leave this body, your consciousness is still carrying the trauma. And so imagine this light is giving a protection and relief from the trauma, releasing trauma quickly. So I had this death is very painful death. So it's unfortunate, and I wish people die peacefully, but unfortunately this one is not. Well, I'm not sure. Some people maybe die peacefully. I don't know. I mean, how do I know? You never know until you experience yourself, right? And many people, as I said, recovering, so which is good. And yeah.
Okay, thank you. Tess Ring asks, is there a particular order to the practice of Black Manjushri and Medicine Buddha mantra recitation? Seek refuge each time before starting each sadhana, or take refuge once at the start? I guess she's saying if you're doing the two together, then do you just do refuge at the beginning and then go into it? Or do you do refuge each sadhana?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, no, it depends on your time. If you have time, then you do each one, do refuge first, go through the sadhana. And no need to rush. And why we're rushing? Because we're all staying home, right? Why? And some people stay home, they're probably working hard and busy life too. But ideally, it's good to do the whole sadhana, start refuge, Manjushri, medicine, but separate, not to put them together. And if you don't have time, you do one refuge one, then do Black Manjushri. But you can do it separate times. See, you can do the Black Manjushri practice in the morning, medicine Buddha in the afternoon, or do in the evening.
Thank you. Deb Anscombe asks, thank you, Rinpoche. This is Tara. I was just wondering how many mantras you suggest as a minimum for the Medicine Buddha practice.
Medicine Buddha? Minimum 21.
Okay, thank you. And then Sharon asks, Rinpoche, are the powers of each of these 7 Medicine Buddhas different from one another? Do they heal different afflictions?
Yes. I will explain that next week.
Okay.
Or week after next.
All right. Good. Does anybody have any further questions? Okay, I'll post a link if anybody would like to make a donation to Rinpoche for these teachings. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Take care of yourselves. And I'll pray for everybody and see you next Sunday. Thank you. Tujiche ne sama kuzu chode yabonaro na ne dunde jimalan je yong ne shendo yabonaro na tujiche ta dare ngazo shendo ya ko ko yabu shone yabore tujiche tashitele